And a warm welcome to you from the Mercari Stadium in Kashima for week 2 of this 100-year Vision League. The bridge which allows J.League to restart in August, which allows teams to stay competitively busy, and which gives the winners a Champions League place come the end of this shortened season in June. The J.League champions, Kashima Antlers, host Yokohama F Marinos in what is a real battle of the big guns, albeit one that is well and truly firing against one that has rather lost its way after such managerial turmoil last season. Marinos ultimately did well to stay in J.League and continue to be invited to the party after such upheaval. In the end, 4 wins in their last 5 at the conclusion of that last campaign proved to be enough. They ended 8 points clear of the drop. And all of that meant that Hideo Oshima did his job, therefore kept his job as the Marinos coach. Now he gets the chance to potentially build towards the next J-League season. And after a defeat at home against Machida Zelvia, they face a Kashima side who drew 1-1 with FC Tokyo and then lost the penalty shootout last week. And it is worth reminding you that in this special season, any game that finishes level will go to penalties, with the winner of the shootout getting an extra point. It's going to help separate the teams come the end of the season. There is a fabulous atmosphere here. Only a couple of hours really between these sides. Yokohama Marinos travelling an hour and a half or so to the northeast to Kashima. And this Mercari Stadium looks a real picture. Our referee is Akihiko Ikeuchi. See always the backing of Zico at this place as Kashima make 2 changes to the team that drew against FC Tokyo. Ryuta Koike replacing the injured Kamito Nono at right back. Yuta Higuchi comes into the centre of that midfield for Kento Misao, who's suspended. Elber plays against his old club, and once again Kashima have that fearsome strike force of Leo Ceara and Yuma Suzuki, the Brazilian, another ex-Marinos star. It is that 4-4-2 from Toru Oniki. There is Mr. Ikeuchi with Michiyama and Nakazawa, the 2 assistants, Daiichi Shino, the 4th official. And our VAR team led by Hiroki Kasahara, Koji Morikawa, the assistant there in the booth. As for the Marinos, Hideo Oshima makes 3 alterations from last week, most significantly in goal. Ryoya Kimura is in for the injured Park to make only his 3rd senior appearance. Kanta Sekitomi plays at right back for Taisei Inui, and the other change comes in that front 3. Daiya Tono in behind, Tomoki Kondo, who replaces Ryo Miyachi. Tanemura and Jordi Crew keep their places. Really significant fixture over the years, this one. Wasn't much of a battle between them last season, not really. Kashima winning J-League in the end by a point from Kashiwa Reysol, winning their last 3 games to be champions, including on the final day, 2-1 against today's opposition to seal that title. Kashima kicked from right to left in this first half, in the black and the red. Could it be Leo Ceara or Elber against their old team? It's Tono to get Yokohama F Marinos underway. Buzzing atmosphere here between 2 massive names in Japanese football. Should be fun, this. Interesting as well, the goalkeeping situation for Yokohama F Marinos, with Kimura coming in. Only a third appearance ever. Second start, that's a poor challenge to start things off. Well, they both hurt, but Higuchi was on the wrong end of that. A real coming together in the opening 30 seconds. There's Toru Oniki, who brought them the title, having won it 4 times with Kawasaki Frontale. And there's Oshima, fine play. He was 2 short of 100 goals in his career as a pro. 112 appearances for Marinos between 05 and 08. Both of these coaches played for these teams. Oniki making 27 appearances back in the day for Kashima. Here's Kim. Scored last week in that 1-1 draw against FC Tokyo. In the end, it was Koike who missed the penalty in a high-class shootout. It was 5-4. There's Ueda, captain of Kashima. Turn from Iraqi. Tell you what, there's 1 or 2 challenges flying in already. This is keenly contested in that midfield area. Suzuki with a clever touch. Great run from Leo Ceara, who set them on their way. 2 bleached blonde centre forwards here in Suzuki and Ceara. Kashima, as they like to do, playing out from the back. I tell you what, that was a back pass with plenty of fizz. The goalkeeper did really well, but look what it does for them. It sets them forward here. It's a great defensive tackle, that, by Watanabe. End-to-end right now. Centre forward has run offside. He's done well. I was going to say to win a free kick, but the referee didn't buy it. What a bright start here. That's driven through and driven over. But rightly there, Watanabe's furious because he was left exposed. Kashima played through the press there and very nearly got themselves in on goal. Here's Ueda. Bounced off Suzuki, that. Jordi Crew now. Oh, good ball in towards that near post and flicked over by Daya Tono. Tono on the score sheet along with Crew in that 3-2 defeat last week by Machida Zelvia. Here the visiting fans singing his name. Such a shambolic situation, really, last season for Yokohama F Marinos with the appointment of Steve Holland, and that soon went wrong. Patrick Kisnorbo then took over, who'd been his assistant. That didn't work either in the end. They lent on Oshima, who did a great job, his first time in management, to settle things and keep them up and finish in such good form. That's spread wide for Koike. Arrived last season from Yokohama F Marinos, another former Marinos player. Yuji Kajikawa, the substitute goalkeeper, fits that mould, as well as the more obvious candidates in Elbert and Ceara. Remember Elbert with that great Marinos title-winning side, with him and Anderson and Jan Mateus. Kimura clears it away. There's Suzuki. Does that just take a slight ricochet? Yeah, he gave it the way of Marinos. I wondered for a second. Very combative Colombian centre-half, Jason Quiñones. Thought he had a good season in that last campaign for Marinos. Here's the rock-solid Ueda. Second spell at Kashima Antlers for the captain. Quiñones. Goodness me, that was a brave touch to take it away from Suzuki. Ueda. And again, he clears it away. Yamane. There's Ren Kato stepping across. Usefully was Ryoya Agawa. One of several of these players, Agawa, who's gone to Europe and come back after playing at a decent level. St. Truiden for him in Belgium and Guimarães in Portugal as well. Here's Watanabe. Yeah, a little wrestling match, and it will be a Kashima free kick. A bit too eager there from Tomoki Kondo, the new signing from Consadole Sapporo, the former Yokohama FC player. Keishinen. Nice rhythm to this game. There is no question at all just how competitive this special season is. They're all desperate to win it. The 100-year Vision League. So important to them all. It will be a unique thing in the history books, and you want to try and win it if you can. Jordi Crew is caught late there. They were bottom when Hideo Oshima took over. Now Kondo. Just trying to ease himself inside. There's Ren Kato. Elbert. Touched by Leo Ceara, now Yuma Suzuki. There's Kim, Suzuki, now it's Elbert. The chase forward by Ren Kato, but the chase across really effectively by Kim. Here's Agawa. Higuchi, Suzuki now. Kim. New signing last season of Sagan Tosu Kim, and what a signing he proved to be. They often have that reputation, Kashima, of, like with Leo Ceara, just stepping in and taking other clubs' best players, but Kim was a really good spot. Just off there, Leo Ceara, the Brazilian. 21 goals for Cerezo Osaka a couple of seasons ago, then 21 again last season as he fired Kashima to the title. It's a case of a big signing, paying instant dividends there. Away by Ueda. Still goalless between Kashima and Yokohama F Marinos. Jason Quinones. Sekitomi. Here's Kim. Now Higuchi. Fair challenge that. Came across and won it really well, Watanabe. Such a combative central midfield player. Already seen him make a couple of really important challenges. Reads the game so well too. Occasionally goes over the line. He was sent off in the Champions League against Al Nassr last April, having scored in that game as well. Still no chances, but it's been open. Suzuki. Ogawa. Now Elbert. It's been quite quiet so far. Hayakawa in towards Ceara, picked up now by Quiñones. And then away by Kimura. Remarkably, really, that Yokohama F Marinos ended 15th last season. It felt like such a season of crisis for them in that bottom three for so long, but in the end, mercifully clear of it all. Hayakawa. And there's Araki. Now Kim. Tomoki Kondo. Here's Leo Ceara. Just being lent on there, Leo Ceara. It's going to be a yellow card. Referee's finally lost patience. Jason Quiñones a little too physical there. I think that's fair enough. And that means that he has a tightrope to walk. Centre-half booked inside 20 minutes is never good. I think he probably feels he was owed a warning, but referee having none of that. Forward by Kim. Here's Quiñones. Suzuki. So much better organised, Yokohama F Marinos under Oshima. You can see him down there just talking them through every situation. Weda. Here's a Gower. It's flicked away for a Kashima throw. Went from 5th to 1st last season, Kashima. Disappointing previous campaign, and then they found the way to do it under Aniki. Given all the attacking ability they have with Elber, Ceara, Suzuki, they've looked a little bit toothless here so far. There's Elber. Now Ceara with only Suzuki in the middle. It's nudged behind for a corner, but Marinos very well organised here. So the Kashima corner. Suzuki was charging in to attack that. Here's a Gower. Higuchi. Back with Ryoya Agawa. This is better from Kashima. They got in behind for just about the first time, but Crew did well to defend against Koike there. Another strong challenge, the latest of many in this game so far, but wins the ball, just takes too much of the player doing so. Tanimura on the wrong end of that. I think he'll be happy enough. A little bit uninspired, but to be honest, 15 games or so into last season, they'd have taken uninspired as long as they could start getting results. Building from the ground up, and he clearly has the job in mind as a project, Oshima. More defending to do here, and the defending a little bit on the stretch here. They are up against probably the best team in the league, remember. Here's Leo Ceara. Another strong challenge. Chance then to deliver the free kick here. Trying to curve it into that danger area. Oh, Ceara was there and it never reached him. That's why the hands are on the head. Ceara waiting at a much better angle. Straight away, they realised that The chance was there. Kashima flung himself at it. Wasn't aware that Ceara was in behind him. There's Ueda, back to Hayakawa. Here's Agawa. Just a bit toothless at the moment, aren't they, Kashima? Just that one goal against FC Tokyo and then failing in the penalty shootout, albeit they were down to 10 before half-time. The red card shown to Kento Misao. There's Kashima. This is a bit more promising. It's Ceara again, was looking to attack it. Again, it's well defended and thrashed over by Ogawa. Scored in the cup last season for Kashima. Ryoya Agawa, that would have been his second goal for them, but it was some way off. Yamane. Here's Rico Yamane again. Jordi Crew with the ball across and wasn't too far away from Tomoki Kondo. Suzuki battling hard and frustrated at the attentions that he was receiving. Well, if you join battle with a player like him, you could expect to be on the wrong end of something, really. Yamane it was this time. Suzuki has got a hold of him and the arm does come out. It's that ball in from Crew. Smart bit of defending there from Agawa. There are the travelling fans. Journey northeast from Yokohama to Kashima. They've had so much joy. Champions twice in the last 7 years, in 2019 and 2022. Five-time J-League winners up against the 8-time winners, Kashima. The most successful team in J-League history, but Crew here with a free kick for Yokohama F Marinos. Useful ball in, and there is the best chance so far. The only problem was it was touched on and it came to him so quickly. Nicely crafted though, but you could see the reaction time there for Ryotaro Tsunoda. Scored a couple of times last season. Came back last season from that loan in Belgium at Kortrijk. And that's one of those that could have flashed into the top corner. And there's another heavy challenge. You can tell there's not much love lost, can't you? Just the one yellow card for Jason Quiñones. Kim Tae-hyun. Here's Ueda, goalkeeper making himself available here, Hayakawa. Bounces through to Kimura. Higuchi. Leo Ceara. Another late challenge. Referee needs to get on top of this now. It's getting a bit silly, this. He's already shown a yellow card for something that was arguable, and I think he's missed one or two here. See, as Ceara plays it, yeah. It's late, and it's a kick on the ankle. That should be a yellow card if there's any consistency. Problem is, it just breaks up the rhythm of the game if you don't clamp down. I think the next couple, we'll see a card. Elbert is going to chase his own ball through, and he's going to get there too. It wasn't quite how he intended, but it nearly paid off. Suzuki. Jordi Crew. Again, they don't like the attentions here, and I can see why. Leo Ceara. Touched on dangerously. Oh, super hit, terrific strike from Daya Toto, and it's turned over by Hayakawa. Closest we've come so far. It's dipping all the time. If he gets it either side of the keeper, it's a goal, but right over the top of him. Hayakawa always had that covered. Jordi Crew with the corner, heading for the final 10 minutes of the first half. Yokohama F Marinos at the moment looking the more threatening. another good ball in, wasn't it? Touch by Suzuki. Here's Elbert. Kim. Great turn by Suzuki, but turning into trouble. Well, spreading the play then was Higuchi. Elbert. He'll be pleased with the way his side has battled here, Oshima. It was always going to be hard with Jan Mathias and Anderson and Elbert. Of course, we know all about Elbert here. Leaving, it was such a huge sort of dynasty for a while. Those three carried them so far. In it goes from Jordi Crew, touched on, but angle was wrong. Had to be perfect, didn't it? Had to get the right feather of a touch at that near post, and it wasn't quite there. Good run, though. Ren Kato running across that near post and trying to get the flick. Here's Jordi Crew. Again, Weda across to defend. They defended the near post pretty well so far. At the moment, these two giants are cancelling each other out. Still goalless between the champions, Kashima Antlers, the J-League champions, that is. This, of course, the special season. And the five-time champions, Yokohama F Marinos. He's been marginally the busier goalkeeper. Hayakawa, but not much in it. Kimura's barely had anything to do, surprisingly. Suzuki. Renkato. Here's Kota Watanabe. Jason Quiñones. Quiñones down, holding his face. He has been shown the only yellow card of the game so far. I think he feels a bit aggrieved by that. The muscularity of Suzuki causing more damage. That's a super ball in from seemingly nowhere from Tomoki Kondo. That's what he can do, but now Kashima looked to counter. Not with any great pace or purpose, so not really. Here's Tomoki Kondo. Long throw, looking for that purchase. There's Leo Ceara. Again, they try and play through this press. And again, they fail to. Could be get very interesting here, but it's turned behind for another corner. Geordie Crew to take it. And comes straight back out to him here. And then it bounced awkwardly. Just a minute to be added. Game of very few chances. Just that one save from Hayakawa. Marinos marginally the more threatening. Crew has been the best creative player on view. Watanabe's run the midfield. Kashima struggling to get going, really, as they did last week. Oshima, again, proving himself to be an extremely good organizer, good motivator. But maybe the last attack of the half on Iki's side can find a way. Iraqi. That will just about do it for what has been a tight and tense and 50-50 first half, really. Kashima disappointing at home, and they're frustrated. Failing really to create anything, just that header wide from Keishinen. Crew has been, I think, the best attacking player on view. Hayakawa made that one useful stop. Tono always a threat, of course. Suzuki not able really to get into it. It's frustrating for the home side. It looks pretty good for the visiting side, and Kimura standing in goal has had very little to do. Half-time, Kashima Antlers 0, Yokohama F Marinos 0.
J リーグファンサポーターの祭典 J リーグオールスターダゾーンカップ。出場する選手はファンサポーターによる投票と明治安田 J リーグ100年構想リーグのベストイレブンから選ばれます。この動画ではファンサポーター投票の詳細を説明します。投票方法は通常投票、スタジアム観戦投票、ダゾーン投票の3つ。通常投票は J リーグ公式 LINE または J リーグ所属の各クラブの公式 LINE のリッチメニューからオールスター投票を選択して参加します。 J リーグ ID に登録するだけで無料で簡単に投票に参加できます。スタジアム観戦投票は明治安田 J リーグ100年構想リーグの試合でご覧のいずれかのアクションを実施することで1試合ごとに LINE で投票できる投票権を獲得できます。投票権は対象試合の翌日までに付与されます。ダゾーン投票は試合視聴中のライブチャット機能ファンゾーンやアプリのログイン時に表示されるバナーから参加できます。通常投票とダゾーン投票は1週間に1回行うことができ、毎週新しい投票権を獲得することができます。スタジアム観戦投票は観戦した数だけ何度でも投票できます。続いて投票方法を説明します。1回の投票ごとにオールスターに出場してほしいと思う選手を6名までと監督1名を選んで投票します。選手はフォワード、ミッドフィルダー、ディフェンダー、ゴールキーパーの各ポジションから1名ずつの4名、さらに自由枠としてポジションにこだわらず追加で2名を選択。この時同じ選手に重複して投票はできません。最後に監督を選んだら投票完了です。投票は2月6日の明治安田 J リーグ100年構想リーグ開幕からスタートし、5月11日まで何度でも行うことができます。お気に入りの選手に今すぐ投票を。
Well, the home fans will on the Kashima Antlers in the second half, because right now Hideo Oshima and his Yokohama F Marinos are really frustrating them here. Very impressive, well-organised defensive display. They've offered enough going forward as well, protecting a young goalkeeper, I guess. And frustration to this point anyway for Toru Aniki and his team, but they have a half to put it right. Looks like maybe at least one change here. Well, Araki's there. Maybe not, actually. Thought I saw Alexandra Chavric getting ready, but no. Makes sense, because his best team is definitely the one that's out there. Certainly going forward with Elba, Ceara and Suzuki, but not able to make an impact so far. So we're just about ready to get our second half underway. The Mercari Stadium, the home of Kashima Antlers. Two of the most successful teams in the history of J-League, head-to-head in this special season. The J-League champions against the former champions, but yet to give us a goal. Suzuki gets us back underway. Another heavy challenge to set the theme for the half. This time it's Daya Tono who's gone down. Happened first minute of the first half, didn't it? As those teams go through for you. A couple of changes for Kashima, 3 for Yokohama F Marinos, including in goal with Park, their number 1 out with injury after coming off last week. And I wonder, are Kashima Antlers going to go to penalties for the second week in a row? A reminder that 3 points for a win as usual, 1 for a draw as usual, but an extra point available should you win a shootout if it finishes level. And the reason for that, it will make sense, I think, as the season progresses, but in shorter seasons like this one is, the league split into 2 groups of 10 based on geography. You'd find there'd be an awful lot of concertinaing if it was 3-1. The extra jeopardy of that point gives them a bit more nuance and more chance of separation in a league. It does actually work pretty well, and it's one of those things that shootout might not feel that relevant in week 3 or something, but it will end up being very relevant. Blasted clear, and another midfield foul. It's been so stop-start. I still think the referee should have Shown a couple of yellow cards towards the end of that first half. It so often calms things. See, that's a knee in the backside, and it's very deliberate. Wouldn't have made that challenge if he'd been booked. So often the case that liberal refereeing doesn't lead to an open game. Behind for a corner. No, it's right. It was a good call, that. So can Yokohama F Marinos make something happen in front of their fans? Jordi Crew with the ball swung in towards the far post. It's a chance for sure for Ren Kato. No goal for a couple of seasons for him. He's got into two good positions here though, first and second half, and he had time and space to attack that, just no kind of contact really. Goes down as a pretty good chance, that. Weda. Forward by Kim. Here's Ceara. Here comes the delivery then, and it's again headed away at the near post. Another poor one. Mopped up by Iraqi. There's Koike. Ogawa. Higuchi, Weda, now Koike. Ball forward is overhit. Nice spin there from MEIJI Ueda. Keishinen. Just that final pass which has eluded them. He just slipped a bit there, Elbert, as he played it. One back by Iraqi. Chasing forward outside him was Higuchi. Here's Suzuki, and very few times that Marinos have been under a bit of pressure there, but still there was no final ball. Araki did well to win it back. See Suzuki with the movement there. The ball in's not really good enough. Elbert was free. Another stoppage here. And changes. Fresh legs, and they need them probably. They've got through a lot of work. Junamano and Takuya Kida, the two who are going to come on here. So forced into a change. He's going to make two. Kida, a direct replacement in the centre of midfield for Watanabe. Could ill afford to lose him for any length of time, really. It's been absolutely outstanding here. 8th year at the club, and now Kida, who's been here since 2012, on to replace him. Tono, the other one who makes way. Normally the creative spark, I would say maybe not quite his kind of game. Junamano scored 3 in his last 4 at the end of last season. He was one of the main reasons they went on that great run. There's the corner. Again, it was a poor one. They really speared them into the near post. Dear, smashed straight out of play there. Little test for Oshima's first touch, which looked like it was just about still there. Poor clearance from his goalkeeper, who they've just not managed to test at all so far here, Kashima. Really unproven, this young keeper, just 22, but remember, players start later in Japan, often having gone through the youth system and proper education. Amano wanted a free kick there, referee wasn't interested. Bang on the ankle for the substitute, just on and already involved in this niggly game. But I don't think Akihiko Ikeuchi is controlling too well. Just clip that standing foot, Kei Shinen. Poked away by Quiñones. Into Suzuki. Himself wanted a free kick. Now Leo Ceara. Now Suzuki might be in. Kashima in there as well, but they just couldn't profit. They barely managed a shot on target. The J-League champions. Just about double-figure goals last season for Suzuki, but Ceara is the one who's the big threat. They've given it away. 3 against 3 momentarily. Kashima desperately trying to get back here. He did just enough in the end, Kim. Looked like he was done for pace a bit, but he did really well to recover. Kondo trying to burst away from him. It's the physicality of Kim, really, that's dealt with that. Jordi Crew across to take the corner. Teased in by Crew, grabbed gratefully by the excellent Hayakawa, and now Leo Ceara to try and launch them. Looking around for support, Elbert was screaming for it. Koike, look how quickly Yokohama F Marinos have got back. Referee dragged that back for the foul. That's the really good bit of defending. Suzuki's first touch let him down. I think Kashima in the final third are being just a little bit tentative at times, trying to almost be too perfect. Referee finally shows a second yellow card, by the way. That's why Kashinen just flying in there. Crew, another foul. So hard for them to get anything going. You certainly can't fault effort, but need a bit more than that. In from Crew. Whistle had gone some time ago. They're not even celebrating that. Just see there, the referee made his mind up pretty quickly. Araki. Ueda watchfully back there. Two very good defensive displays here. Not too much goalmouth action. Suzuki. Leo Ceara, frustrating day for him and for Elber and Suzuki so far. Araki now, that's better. Corner for Kashima, nicely done by Suzuki. Ryoya Agawa to take the corner. Beyond Suzuki. Back in by Araki. Turned away for another corner. Zipped into that near post and again touched away. Ryotaro Araki. Quinones this time. Ceara for Suzuki. Very, very scrappy still. Heading for the final quarter of the 90 anyway. We can yet go to penalties to decide between 2 points and one here at the moment. That's looking likely. We barely had a shot on target. Just that first half effort that was turned over by Hayakawa. And that wasn't much, not really. Certainly no clear-cut chances. Best you could describe is just a couple of moments really for either side in front of goal, a couple of might-have-beens. Ogawa kept going. This is better, but again they can't get in behind. Well read by Jason Quinones. That's a good spin, but then the foot left in the challenge and Ueda across to win the free kick. And every time it feels as if someone's going to get in behind, the chance has gone. And you can be frustrated with the teams in an attacking sense, but they're really impressive at the back. I think having conceded 3 against Machida last week, Oshima has decided they're not going to concede here. This might change things though, because Alexander Chavric is coming on, the Serb. Couple of changes here. Gaku Shibasaki as well. Elba has been disappointing, but in his defence, he's not been able to find a path into the game. Keishinen has been booked, which will have something to do with that. Chabric with no goal in his last 7. Scored 3 last season. Shibasaki back for his 2nd spell. His last goal, by the way, for Kashima in J-League, Gaku Shibasaki, was 2016. It's time in Spain with Leganes, with Getafe and Deportivo La Coruña. Approaching the final 20. There's Higuchi. Chabric will chase, and it goes beyond him. Chabric, options in the centre now, but again they defend the near post so well. As balls in from out wide haven't been good enough. Here's Suzuki now. Chabric has made a difference. It's given them something extra here. Koike. Suzuki. Only half away to Ryotaro Araki. No free kick again. Here's Jordi Crew. Bit of space to run into here. Crew taking his time and again not delivering. Bit more open it feels as we head into the final 20. Great turn from Araki, wants to fire one, at least it's a shot on target, but Ceara is making the point that he'd made a really good run. That's their first shot on target. 72nd minute. Yamane. Now Takuya Kida. Suzuki. Koike. There's Kim. Bounces away from Leo Ceara. This stop-start game heading towards its final 15 minutes, still goalless between Kashima Antlers and Yokohama F Marinos. Another change coming from Oshima. Another free kick for Jordi Crew. Floated and flighted and headed wide. Tanemura has barely been involved. Really good end to last season with 6 goals after he joined in July. Been prolific for Iwaki before that, down a level. Ryo Miyachi on, former Arsenal youth player. Tomoki Kondo, new signing this season, making way. Miyachi bringing bags of experience. Another didn't score last season. Wasn't necessarily bringing goals with him, but we'll see. Here's Suzuki. It'll just take one moment. Maybe this is the moment for Leo Ceara against his old club. Finally, the breakthrough for Kashima. Great ball in, and that's a super finish. He's off there, but that's okay. Suzuki chasing it down, waited for support. Just got caught underneath it there for the first time. Tsunoda, they've had such a good game. The 2 centre halves and the keeper, the young keeper, couldn't get across. It's a really good header. Is the goalkeeper a bit flat-footed? I think he is. He's on his line. It didn't have to be the perfect header to score. And all of that hard work from the Yokohama F Marinos, well, goes up in smoke. Leo Ceara. Now, if they do score here, they'll look at that challenge, but they got away from Chabrich. Tsunoda having been at fault for the goal. Now down after that. To be honest, I think the goal would have stood if they'd made anything of that. And by the way, just a quick note. about Leo Ceara scoring against his old club and insisting on kissing the badge. I think if he changed clubs as often as him, not sure about that. Anyway, he's a good player, very good finisher, and he can do what he wants. 21 in 58 for Yokohama F Marinos. Here's Jordi Crew. Forward by Higuchi. Amazingly, there have only been 2 yellow cards, 1 for either side, in a game as broken up and fractious as this one. Suzuki, now Chavric, a second would seal it for sure, you'd feel anyway. Nice feet there from Chavric. Just about kept it in play. I know Chavric wasn't directly involved in the goal, but I think his presence has changed things a bit. Here's Koike. Time now for Suzuki. Could have gone anywhere. Wasn't too far from Leo Ceara. Wasn't too far from Tsunoda's left hand. Quinones' touch important, and then nodded behind by Ren Kato. Been a few of these in the game so far and in the second half. Koike just moving awkwardly. Haruto Matsumoto on, the 19-year-old, to replace Koike. Had a good, hard-working game. Changes then for Yokohama, Din David and Tevis, the new arrival from Cruzeiro. 2 forward players there, and he's going to gamble, he might as well. The Israeli international Din David, signed from Maccabi Haifa, scored 14 there in his last season. Tevis, a winger. That is Tebis. Oh, it's going to fall kindly, but did David. Tremendous save by Hayakawa. Long ball through, Din David again, they've been torn apart, he's missed again. Two great chances. First was brilliantly saved, the second is blazed wide, he was on, he was just on, and he's got to score there. Not quite sure what's happened here to Kashima. Yokohama F Marinos have made two attacking changes and Kashima haven't dealt with it. Ueda back to Hayakawa. Suzuki. Excellent ball back in for Ceara, and he can't make the right contact. Kashima have got away with a few defensive lapses here, really strange ones. Can't believe that Oniki didn't reorganize. He's doing it now. Hayashi and Tokuda both coming on. Tokuda's a forward player anyway to replace Suzuki. Shuhei Mizuguchi is also coming on. So triple change. Leo Ceara caught on the ankle. Jordi Crew. Here's David again. This time he can't quite turn into space, but Yokohama F Marinos a real threat here. Suzuki makes way as we knew. Araki and Suzuki heading off, so that is a defensive move. Mizuguchi for Suzuki. Just fresh legs from Hayashi. Final minute of the 90, and then a question of what's added. I reckon it might be 6 here. We've had a lot of stoppages, so they're not yet over the line. Just over 30,000 at Mercari Stadium. The Kashima fans happy right now, but it could still change. They've had a couple of late scares here, and it is 6 minutes. So Yokohama F Marinos will give it everything here to try and take this to penalties. The goal from Leo Ceara. 76 minutes in after what has been a stop-start, at times rather turgid game, but tell you what, it's come to life the last few minutes here. Matsumoto's throw. Here's Chavrich trying to slide that through to Hayashi. They pump it forward again, nearly played 2 of the added 6. Still they come. Halfway through the added 6. Can they create one final chance here? They've missed 2 great chances through the substitute Din David. The first saved by Hayakawa, the second blazed wide, but here they come again. It's an important foot in there. there's the moment that separates them, the header from Leo Ceara. Quinones. Heading for the final minute now. Just drags it out of play. That was half a chance, that. Well, they're just about, I think, going to get over the line here. The Kashima bounce starts. You can see the Yokohama F Marinos fans, most frustratingly for them, those chances came right in front of them. The 6 minutes are up. Kashima have their win. Leo Ceara, 14 minutes from time. Squeezing it past the young goalkeeper Ryoya Kimura, but after that, Hayakawa made one excellent save from Din David. Real fantastic point-blank stuff. And then Din David blaze wide, great opportunity gone. Jordi Cruz, his influence waned a bit in the second half. On another day, Yokohama F Marinos would have come and won here. They had chances too, but one defensive lapse. Tsunoda caught under the ball, and that really is what did for them here. Great effort from them, but it finishes Kashima Antlers 1, Yokohama F Marinos 0. And now, we'll just wait to hear from one of our stars of the performance. It may well be the scorer of the winning goal, but he hasn't been taken away yet, if you're trying to guess who is going to be interviewed. The Yokohama F Marinos players will go and thank their fans, of course, who've come here just under a couple of hours, and great support here in Kashima. Super atmosphere at the Mercari, certainly. And Kashima will play better, probably play better and not win this season, but they've got away with one a bit. But that's why you spend the big money on Leo Ceara, because he does get you that goal. And if you compare Leo Ceara and Din David, that's the difference, isn't it? The striker took his chance, Din David missed twice. I know the first one's an excellent save, but those two chances, you feel that Leo Ceara would have scored at least one. And as it turned out, he scored from his only opportunity. I think down there, Leo Ceara is getting man of the match locally, so he may have to receive that first and then go and be the interviewee at the end. Maybe get a translator in place too. Now the Yokohama F Marinos players going to thank their fans. Frustration though for them ultimately, because that's a really good, well-organised defensive display, and now they've lost 2 in 2 in this campaign. Kashima Well, the hero
鹿
of the
島アントレ
goalkeeper,
ーズ早川
Hayakawa.
選手にお越しいただきました。1対0無失点での勝利をおめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
この試合どう振り返りますか？
まず勝つことは前提で、しっかり自分たちがどういうサッカーを、今後進めていくべきなのかっていうのを、少しずつですけどトライしながら、やれた試合だったかなと思います。
この試合の勝ち点3は早川選手のビッグセーブが一つ大きなポイントだったと思いますが、どんなことを意識したんでしょうか？
ちょっとメンバーが、途中から変わって、バタバタしてた部分あったんで、しっかり試合に出続けている選手だったりベテラン